I don't know her. Never heard of her actually. I only know about Amazon, and I know that we have some cheap leggings we're going to talk about today that look super cute and super flattering. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm talking about leggings. We all know that I like leggings. I like, to work out, and leggings are my, clothing of choice for that. But more specifically, today I'm reviewing the best Lululemon dupe leggings that I could find on Amazon. These are all around $22. One pair is a little bit cheaper, but basically they're all affordable leggings that look like Lululemon. So I'm going to compare all these leggings on a few different points, everything you need to know, like squat proof material, does it show sweat, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I hope that it's helpful. And if you are liking this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me for more fashion, fitness, all that kind of stuff. So I purchased all of these leggings with my own money, so I have no reason to say anything that I don't actually feel, so these are all my own personal opinions. So the leggings that I'm going to be comparing these to are either the Lululemon Align leggings, which I'm sure you've seen. They're the super high-waisted ones that kind of like are that buttery smooth texture. The Aligns are made of the fabric called Nulu, and Lululemon doesn't like display like the percentages of fabrics they use. Like they don't say like 80% nylon, like 10% spandex, like whatever. So I'm just going to be comparing it to the type of fabric. And there's also the Wonder Under leggings, which are either made of the Luon material, which is kind of the classic more like cottony feel, or they're made of the Luxtreme fabric, which is that like kind of shiny or more slick feeling. And the full length of Lululemon leggings are 28 inches, and I'm also going to give you the lengths of these leggings that I have here. So without further ado, let's get into the leggings. So I'm going to kind of go by which ones I like best first, and then like the last ones I didn't like so much. So the first ones I'm going to talk about are these. These are the Colorfulkoala women's high-waisted yoga pants. They also call them buttery soft, which, I'm not sure it's buttery soft, but it is definitely very smooth. The texture of the outside of the leggings is definitely more of like the slick feeling, like Luxtreme, and the inside is more of that like super soft, like skin, like Nulu feeling. So these were $22.99 with Amazon Prime, and they come in 6 different colors. I got the I don't know what it's called, the lilac shade, but they recently sold out on Amazon, and then when they restocked, they actually came in more colors. They used to only come in this and then like a kind of darker purpley color. And these are the full 28-inch length, but they are coming out with capris soon, and they are definitely the highest rise leggings out of any of the ones in this video. They're made of a nylon spandex blend, and they do have a very slick texture, and they're also very thin, not like see-through thin, but it's definitely like you can see, like I even wore like a seamless underwear and you could see those through, and you can also kind of see like it does show a little cellulite, so if that's what you're worried about, like these are definitely a little thin, and because of that thinness they are prone to a little camel toe, which I don't personally mind that much, and I find that like if I readjust the leggings I can kind of get rid of it, but they are definitely, out of all the leggings we're talking about, the most prone to that. Again, because they're thin, they're not the most squat proof I've ever seen. Like I think I would be okay with squatting in them, but I think that, this is like the lightest color they offer. If you got the darker color, they would be squat proof. And because of the slick material, they're not likely to cause any pilling, which I love. For comfort, they are super comfortable, probably the most comfortable pair, and that's probably because how thin they are. It almost feels like you're not wearing anything. And they don't have that top band, so there's no digging in and causing any muffin topping, which we all hate. So you can see there's no top band at all. It's just flat and seamless. They also have a hidden pocket in the inside band. You can kind of see the outline of it when I'm trying it on. Yeah, it's just right here. These do run true to size. I get like a 4 to 6 in Lululemon, which is the equivalent of a small to most things, and I get a small in Gymshark, basically small in everything, and I got a small in these as well, and they fit perfectly. So these, I would compare them to the Lululemon Align leggings, not necessarily in the material, because there's definitely a difference in the material of the Lululemon Aligns and these leggings, but the shape is exactly the same all the way up to like the top waistband, the extended gusset crotch. It has basically everything that is similar to the Aligns. And in terms of logo, there is no logo at all. So the next pair are these leggings by Queenie, which are known for kind of copying Lululemon's style of clothing in terms of like tops and bottoms. And these are the 9 Power leggings. So these are actually closer to the Lululemon All the Right Places pants in terms of like the seams in the back. But I noticed on their website, or on Amazon, they do have a legging that looks exactly like either the Align or like a high-waisted Wonder Under, which I'm probably gonna test out at some point because they look really good. So these were $21.88 with Prime. They come in 10 different colors and they have a 25-inch inseam. So these are more of an ankle length legging, not like the full length with the 28-inch. I'm going to link down below both these leggings and the ones that have like less seams if you like leggings with less seams, but I really liked these. Like, these were probably tied with the other pair of leggings. They have the seams in the back, which, like, I don't know, sometimes people go for a seamless legging, but the seams on these are just like very flattering and just like make you look like curvy in all the right places and slimmer in all the right places. These are more of a medium to high rise. It goes about to the belly button, but not above or below. At least on me, I'm very tall. And these are made of a nylon spandex blend, and the material for the solid colors is different for their space dye colors, so just keep that in mind. The feel of these leggings is kind of a combination of the Luon and the Nulu. It has that kind of buttery smooth feel, but it also has a lot, like, it's thicker and it has more structure than the Lulus, which I personally really like. And because of that thickness, it's not like showing cellulite. It's also completely squat proof, even on like brighter colors. Didn't see any camel toe. These do run true to size. They also have that top band and a hidden pocket. And the back logo, again, is like a little silver, no, not again, we haven't talked about any other ones. It's just like a little silver dot. It's very similar to the Lululemon, so from afar I bet people would even like think that they are Lululemon. And again, if I had to compare these to a pair of Lululemon leggings, I would say the material is closer to the Aligns, but the shape is like kind of a combination of like Wonder Under and All the Right Places. In terms of comfort, these were by far the comfiest pair I tried on. I don't know what it is, but like if you can just see like how much like stretch these have. They were so easy to get on. I wasn't feel like they were getting stuck anywhere in my body. Maybe that's also because they run true to size, but these are definitely the comfiest pair of leggings that I'm going to be talking about today. The next leggings we're going to be talking about are another that have been kind of talked about on YouTube, but these are the 90 Degree by Reflex. So these are my like second to last favorites. I still like them, but there were a few things that I like wasn't a fan of. These are $22.99 with Amazon Prime, and they come in over 20 colors. So if you're looking for like a wide variety of shades, I'd definitely go for these leggings. These are also 28 inches in length, so they are full length, but they also come in a capri version with all the same colors. And these ones are the lowest rise of any leggings that we're seeing today, and they're definitely a medium rise, like under belly button, which I prefer high rise. But if you're just looking for like an everyday like legging to wear that's like not super high rise, just like comfy casual, I definitely go for these. And all of the colors are made of slightly different materials, but they're all a blend of nylon, spandex, and polyester. And these definitely feel like the Luon fabric, so like the typical like Wonder Under fabric. They're less buttery smooth than the last shoe and not as slick, but they're definitely on the thicker side. They do have the top band, and I did get a small, and they fit me very well, so they are running true to size. And they also have a little hidden pocket. I think all of the leggings have a hidden pocket somewhere. And in terms of squat proof, these did show a little sheerness, which I was kind of surprised because it is a dark color, but looking at them, they're not the most thick leggings in the world. If you want something a little more squat proof, I'd go with the Queenie Key leggings, or the leggings I'm going to be talking about next. And I was not seeing any camel toe with these because they were a thicker material, and if I had to compare them to a pair of Lululemon leggings, I would probably compare them to the Wonder Unders, just because they're kind of a medium rise and they have the thick waistband with the top band, and the pocket is kind of in the same place. And yeah, the logo is similar to the Queenie Key. It's just a little silver dot on the back. This has a little like yoga person. But yeah, overall these leggings are very nice. I think I'm probably going to return them. I would get them in like a black color, but maybe they'd be a little more squat proof, but I would definitely not recommend these in a light color. I think a darker color would be much better to go with. And the last pair, which I wouldn't really recommend, which I'm kind of surprised because when I first opened these leggings, I thought they would be my favorite because of the texture, which feels just like the Lululemon Align pant, but maybe a little, actually they're pretty thin. Yeah, they just feel like exactly like the Lululemon Align pant, but they're much less stretchy. These are the yogalicious high-waisted ultra soft yoga pant. These are $22.99 with Amazon Prime, and they come in around 12 different colors. They also have a capri version, but it comes with less color options. And these are a medium to high rise. They come to about the belly button on me. And these are a polyester spandex blend. They again do feel like the Nulu fabric of the Lulu Aligns, so I could see some pilling happening. And the reason these are my least favorite was that they felt like they fit like everywhere except like they were just very tight to get on, because I just didn't feel like they had the same stretch as the other leggings. Like they look stretchy, but I don't know, getting them on, it just didn't feel, it wasn't as easy, and I felt like they were getting stuck and it was kind of uncomfortable. So these, I definitely recommend sizing up in these if you're kind of between sizes like I am. I usually just go for the small, but sometimes I could definitely see myself being a better fit in a medium. But these just, they weren't very comfortable to get on, and they felt, I don't know, they felt like they were just really stretched, and they weren't my favorite. But they were completely squat proof, even though I felt like they were kind of stretching. They do have that same top band like most of them have had, except for the first ones. They also have a hidden pocket, and because they're a little thicker, I didn't notice any camel toe. And these I would have to compare to a Lululemon Wonder Under, but a slightly higher waist. So yeah, overall, I'd say I like all of the leggings. I am not going to keep these because I just didn't like how they fit on me, even though the material is really good. But I think that if you did get these ones, which are the yogalicious leggings, that if you just did a size up, they'd probably fit a lot better and have less stretching. So those are definitely not quite true to size. I would definitely size up in those. So yeah, overall, I really liked all of the leggings, and I was very surprised, and I would definitely purchase these instead of expensive Lululemons because these were all around $20. Just a quick note, all of the leggings are mostly sweat proof, but even the Lululemon leggings aren't completely sweat proof on me, especially like they don't show a lot of sweat, but let's say like I have like a sweat drip that drops on them, or like a water spot or anything, it's definitely gonna show. So they're pretty sweat proof, but I wouldn't say completely sweat proof. And most of the materials, except for the Colorfulkoala, I could see getting some pilling. I haven't experienced any pilling yet, but I wouldn't say that they're completely pill proof. In order for a legging to be pill proof, it really does need to be that like kind of slick material. So if you don't like the slick material, you are just going to have to deal with a little bit of pilling every now and then. Just to recap, these are the closest to Aligns. These were kind of like the comfiest, stretchiest, and these ones were good for like a casual legging if you want a lower rise. And the last ones, if you size up, they'd be a good like high waist Wonder Under. So I hope you guys liked this video and found it informative. I'm leaving all of the leggings in the description below if you want to buy any of these. Would definitely recommend it. I'm going to be wearing these a lot, and I don't know, Amazon has just been so great in terms of like leggings these days. It's like a recent discovery of mine that like Amazon actually has like good activewear. So you guys should definitely be taking advantage of that and not splurging as much on Lululemon unless you want to. But I personally like a deal, so again, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you like this type of video or you want me to review any other leggings or other activewear, please let me know in the comments below and I'd be happy to do that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!